Coming up tonight, Marvel Comics legend Stan Lee dies at age 95.
Mayor Billy Barlow signs a deal that will help veterans.
And a Syracuse priest is named as a child sex abuser.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Jacob Manrow.
And I'm Caroline Evans.
Superhero fans around the world are mourning the death of Marvel Comics visionary Stan Lee. An attorney for his daughter says Lee died in a Los Angeles hospital Monday morning after being taken by ambulance from his home. Lee helped usher a new era of superhero storytelling. He created or helped create a string of iconic characters including Spider-Man, the Hulk, the X-Men, Iron Man, and Thor.
He became Marvel's editorial director and publisher in 1972. With subsequent years, movies in the Marvel Universe gained worldwide popularity and became a multi-billion-dollar success. Lee said he used to be embarrassed about being a comic book writer, but then realized that entertainment was one of the most important ways to help people. The exact cause of death is unknown at the time. Stan Lee was 95 years old.
Mayor Billy Barlow met with the Oswego Police Union to sign an agreement allowing qualified U.S. veterans to buy back their military time to use towards their New York State retirement benefit. Before the signing of the memorandum, employee retirement was handled case by case. The new agreement allows veterans in the Oswego Police Union to buy back up to 3 years of military service and put it towards their retirement. Any veteran who uses the memorandum towards their retirement will still receive full benefits.
In an attempt to boost capital from Oswego's waterfront assets, Fourth City officials are pushing to light up the falls of the Vardic Dam. The lighting will be provided by Quality Lighting Systems Incorporated and will cost approximately $50,000. The lighting would be similar to that of the lighting on Pathfinder Bank in the Oswego City Hall, with the ability to change colors. The proposal has been approved by the Administrative Service Committee, and the Oswego Common Council will place their vote on the project tonight.
The Hannibal Central School District's focus on early literacy has recently received funding for books through Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. This funding will let current Hannibal pre-K students register to receive a new book each month. The district also plans to mail letters to any families known to have age-eligible children. Registration for the program is underway, and children that register by November 30th will receive their first book in January.
Now let's take a quick look at the weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christine Gregory. Christine?
Outside right now where conditions are pretty calm and dry. Our satellite and radar right now is showing mostly cloudy skies and picking up on some Virgo, which is precipitation that isn't quite reaching the ground. Temperatures right now in the Oswego area are in the lower 40s, and as we head into tonight, temperatures should drop into the mid-30s, and then we'll start to see our next big system move into the area, bringing in rain showers, turning into snow showers that is going to impact your morning commute tomorrow. So stay tuned for later on in your forecast where I time out those snow showers and how they will affect you. For now, I'm going to toss it right back to the desk for more news.
The Catholic Diocese of Buffalo has named a Syracuse priest as a clergyman with substantiated allegations of child sex abuse. 74-year-old Reverend James Sigma worked at Assumption of Blessed Virgin Mary Church. According to the Chancellor of the Syracuse Diocese, he is no longer in residence at the location. Syracuse.com says the Buffalo Diocese has not released any information regarding when the abuse occurred or named any victims.
Onondaga County Sheriff's deputies responded to a robbery in the Fairmount Wegmans parking lot with ties to a vandalism incident in the Camillus Walmart parking lot. All 4 suspects were arrested by the North Syracuse Police Department after attempting to flee on foot after becoming involved in a motor vehicle accident later in the evening. The man, woman, and 2 Liverpool teens have all been charged with first-degree robbery, fourth-degree criminal mischief, and fourth-degree criminal possession of a weapon.
A man was killed after being struck by a Village police cruiser following a speeding car in Cobleskill, New York. Cobleskill Police Chief Richard Bielkowski says 2 police cars were pursuing a speeding car in Schoharie County Village around 10 p.m. Friday, which struck the pedestrian after he walked in the path of the cars. The pedestrian was identified as Gerard Roldan III.
Coming up later tonight, the California wildfires continue their path of destruction.
And Saudi Arabia is reducing their oil supply.
This is WTOP 10 Nightly News. We'll be right back.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
And welcome back. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christine Gregory, and today in Oswego we had a fairly pleasant day. We were able to stay fairly dry, and we even made it up to a temperature of about 46 today. But currently, right now, we are at 42 degrees in Oswego, and if we zoom out a little bit further out, temperatures are mainly in the lower 40s, upper 30s for most of the area, and if with the exceptions of higher elevations where you can see up in Tupper Lake, we're at 36 degrees. Our current satellite in radar right now is showing mostly cloudy skies and dry conditions. These greens showing up on radar right now is called Virgo, which is precipitation that isn't quite reaching the ground. So we are dry for now. However, as we head into tonight, we're watching our next big system, which is to our south, that's going to make its way up north into our area starting tonight into tomorrow morning. That is going to bring with it rain and snow showers. So with those snow showers in mind, there are several counties under a winter weather advisory, mainly areas south of Oswego County as well as east. Those counties include Onondaga County, southern Cayuga County, Madison up into Oneida, and as well as into Lewis County out west. So with that in mind, let's time out those snow showers. So into tonight, we're starting off mainly dry with mostly cloudy skies. Heading into early tomorrow morning, that system starts to move up, bringing in with it rain showers. Heading into your morning commute for tomorrow morning, those rain showers turn into snow showers, heavily impacting most of the central New York area. And those snow showers heading into late Tuesday evening should start to taper off, leading into some lake effect snow showers, which at the moment aren't going to be very organized, but stay tuned for more of your Storm Team 10 forecast to see how that band is going to set up and where the most accumulations are going to be. By Wednesday morning, that lake effect band does become more organized and should taper off once we head into your Wednesday evening. So for your commute tomorrow morning, you definitely need to take it easy. It is going to be slippery with rain turning into snow and winds coming out of the south 5 to 8 miles per hour. So to recap for your 7-day, for tomorrow, definitely expect slippery and snowy conditions for your morning commute. Temperatures in the upper 30s with lows in the mid-20s. We definitely get a break in terms of rain and snow for your Thursday. Temperatures still in the upper 30s. We have another system coming into our area for your Friday that is going to bring with it some rain and snow showers. And for your weekend, looks to be in the lower 40s and upper 30s. Stay tuned for more of your Storm Team or nightly news forecast. Nightly news. You're watching WTOP Nightly News at 9.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Never.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. California state regulators are investigating 2 utility companies who reported incidents close in both time and location to the start of the Camp and Woolsey wildfires. Northern California's Camp Fire has torched over 6,400 homes and has killed 31 people since its start Thursday morning. More than 300,000 people have been forced out of their homes throughout the state of California. 170,000 of those evacuated are in Los Angeles County.
It's like deja vu all over again. Years after the infamous Bush versus Gore presidential election, another vote recount is brewing in Florida. John Lorick reports.
The counting is over. Now starts the recounting.
What we are here to do today is to say count every vote.
Florida's Secretary of State announced this weekend a second look is needed for the paper-thin races for governor, senator, and agriculture commissioner. And there are concerns the tallies won't be done by the Thursday afternoon deadline.
Keep in mind that we're doing now what we did for several weeks and through Election Day to count the ballots the first time.
As the recount is underway, the campaign of Governor Rick Scott, who is currently running for Senate, is filing 3 lawsuits. Scott's campaign claims Broward County Supervisor of Elections, Brenda Snipes, counted ballots after Saturday's deadline, which is against Florida law.
We need to make sure that we are protecting the integrity of the electorate in Florida, that every vote is counted, and to make sure that we protect this from fraud.
Snipes' attorney says she is committed to making sure that every legally cast vote will be counted. The Florida Department of State says if recount information isn't turned in on time, the previous results will be accepted.
And in a recount, it's not unusual to see the vote counts change, but in minor ways.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
If none of the candidates in these tight races backs down and the vote margin remains small, these races could potentially be challenged for weeks to come.
New commercial satellite images have identified more than a dozen undeclared North Korean missile operation bases. The network of undeclared sites has long been known to intelligence agencies, but has not been publicly addressed by President Donald Trump, who in his June summit with Kim Jong-un, persisted that North Korea was no longer a nuclear threat to the United States. The CIA has declined to comment on the images, but U.S. officials have expressed concern about North Korea using undeclared locations for the nuclear program.
The Vatican is having the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops to delay any voting on measures to hold bishops accountable for not protecting children from sexual abuse. After the announcement from the Vatican, Cardinal Daniel DiNardo says he is disappointed with the Vatican's decision. According to DiNardo, the Vatican's 11th hour intervention essentially puts the American bishops' reform on hold, also calling it a bump in the road.
More than 200 people have died from an Ebola breakout in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The movement of more than 1 million refugees and internally displaced people has raised a potential risk factor for the spread of Ebola, and officials say this has been the worst Ebola outbreak in the history of the country. This is the second time this year that Ebola has broken out in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and it is the country's 10th outbreak since 1976.
Starting next month, Saudi Arabia will be reducing oil supply in response to lower demand, and more cuts could follow in the next year. During a conference in Abu Dhabi, Saudi Energy Minister Khalid Al-Falih said that the kingdom's oil output will be reducing by 500,000 barrels per day in December. Members of the OPEC and its allies may be reducing supply further if needed next year.
A Tennessee community came together Friday to make sure a veteran would not be forgotten. Leo Stokely died at age 69. He had no family to attend his funeral, but Stokely was a veteran of the Vietnam War, so a different family showed up. Kyle Haran reports.
The people of Middle Tennessee support their troops. So when some heard that a man named Leo Stokely might be buried alone because he has no family, they decided to show up. And show up they did in the hundreds. Few people can understand the struggles of a veteran like another one, which is why when the call went out on Facebook for a man no one here knows, the response was overwhelming. Stokely, a Vietnam vet and Murfreesboro resident, died this past week. With no family to speak of, it was looking like the funeral might have no attendees. A post by USA WTFM. That call, an effort to have this veteran's funeral less lonely than his end of life.
You start with, first this week, nobody knows who this guy is, and you end up with a family of probably 300 people here, fellow veterans and friends of veterans that sent him off in, I think, proper fashion.
It was standing room only in there all the way around the rotunda.
For other veterans, this is amazing, a response no one could have expected, but one that brings hope.
Leo Stokely's a sergeant. He was a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. He served during Vietnam.
We're all brothers. It doesn't matter what war, we're brothers. World War I, II, Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, it doesn't matter.
A send-off among kin, showing that all people are worth remembering.
Pretty amazing. We started at the first of this week. We got a request from Boyd's Funeral Home to come up with some called a military discharge certificate for Leo, and so we were able to get that to provide back to the funeral home. And what that does is lets the funeral home get the military honors that they do for the veterans.
Kyle Harand, News Channel 5.
Stokely was laid to rest at the Middle Tennessee Veterans Cemetery in Nashville. Coming up in sports, Seth Prevertail.
You're watching WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Hello everyone, I'm Seth Prevertail and this is your WTOP 10 Sports Update. The Oswego State women's hockey team took home a pair of victories this weekend at Buffalo State to start the season 4-0. Junior goaltender Rachel Farmer had a huge road trip between the pipes for Oswego, recording back-to-back shutouts in her first 2 games as a Laker, with a combined total of 60 saves. Oswego is set to host its home opener at the Marano Campus Center this Friday, as the Lakers host Cortland for Pink the Rink. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. The Oswego men's hockey team picked up a big win at home this weekend in a battle of top 10 nationally ranked teams, defeating Hobart College by a final of 4-2. The Lakers shared the wealth on offense with 4 different scorers. Anthony Pissarro tallied what would end up being the deciding goal to go along with an assist. The 3-0 Lakers hit the road this weekend for a pair of SUNYAC matchups against Fredonia and Buffalo State. Puck drop against the Blue Devils is set for Friday at 7 p.m. The Buffalo Bills gave their fans something to cheer about heading into the bye week with a 41-10 road drubbing of their division rival New York Jets. LaShawn McCoy tallied 113 rushing yards and found the end zone twice for Buffalo, while Matt Barkley recorded 2 passing touchdowns under center. Despite the dominant win, the Bills expect rookie quarterback Josh Allen to return to the starting role following the bye week. Buffalo returns home to host the Jacksonville Jaguars on November 25th. On the other side of things, not all New York football fans came away happy after Sunday's division matchup. The New York Jets fell to 3-7 on the season after the embarrassing home loss to the Bills. Although there has been no official announcement from the team, league sources say the Jets front office intends to keep Todd Bowles as the head coach for the remainder of the season. New York has a bye this week and returns home to host the New England Patriots in Week 12. Sticking with the gridiron, we'll take you to a little Sunday night football action. The Dallas Cowboys in the City of Love taking on the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. Late in the third quarter, Wentz finds Zach Ertz for the touchdown. And the Eagles paying tribute to the veterans on Veterans Day there. Nice touch by them. We're tied at 13. Fourth quarter now, Dak Prescott rolling out to the right, hooks up with Zeke Elliott, his first score of the day. The Cowboys back in front. Zeke had a huge game in this one, but the Eagles not going away easy. Carson Wentz finds Zach Ertz again for the second time, and Ertz 2 touchdowns, 145 receiving yards on the day. He was everywhere in this one. But Zeke and Ertz playing a little anything you can do, I can do better. Elliott into the end zone again, the second time in the quarter. This man was simply fed in this game, 151 rushing yards, but Philly not going away easy. 11 seconds left in the game. Carson Wentz, he's going to hook up with Ertz again over the middle. Ertz is going to lateral it to Golden Tate, but he's got nowhere to go. The defense bottles him up, and that will do it in this one. The Cowboys win a thriller, 27-20. Both teams go to 4-5 on the season, tied for second in the NFC East. Big game in that one, and that'll do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break. You're watching WTOP 10 Nightly News.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
It's taste, not toast.
Hi, I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Seth, tell me about that game. What a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was a real nail-biter. You know, I mean, I'm going to come right out with it. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I was at the edge of my seat the whole night. But it was a great game by both teams. Both teams really struggling this year. But sitting at 4-5, 2 games out of first place. It's anyone's game in the NFC East.
It was really, really, really close, but Dallas came back to really win it for them.
They did. I was a little nervous, but they got it done. So
wow, fantastic.
All right, so Christine, I've been hearing that there's a lot of snow coming, possibly?
Yes, we have our first widespread snow event of the season, and we are going to get, starting tonight, rain showers that are going to turn into snow showers that are going to accumulate a trace to an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow, depending on how the temperatures play out. Heading into Wednesday, we have even more chances for some lake effect snow showers after this event. Thursday, we do catch a break with some clouds and sun, and snow shower chances return for the end of your week.
Snow is back. It's that time of year again, just in time for going back home for Thanksgiving break.
Yep.
Seems like every year, every time we're trying to go home, there's some snow on the road, traffic's backing up because of that. Perfect timing. Wouldn't want it any other way.
Yep.
It always feels like it comes too early.
It does, yeah. Although, it is November here, so I guess we're a little lucky. In Oswego, I don't know the weather as much, but I mean, the snow's not really my thing, but I chose the school, so joke's on me.
We all chose the school. we all feel it. Yeah. That's our news report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for The Real Deal.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, everyone.
And she was like, yeah, and I was like, no, and then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch
WTOP 10 movies on demand.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.